Hello, Transformers Robots in Disguise fans, and welcome back to the AFTERBUZZ TV RID After Show. We are looking at Season 4, Episode 8, Get a Clue, and we will see you after the opening.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Should tell you something that this is my nostalgia for, I don't remember if it was middle school or early high school.
Disney Channel original movies?
Disney Channel original movies.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I was more of a Xenon girl myself.
Zoom, zoom,
zoom,
zoom.
make my heart go boom, boom, my supernova girl.
But I do know what you're talking about because I did watch this. So,
Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, no, I know.
I feel like I think when Get a Clue came out, I was just a little too old for it because I want to say it was high school. So I was like, I didn't get into it as much as I thought
You took our
I would.
music, Neil.
Why would you
took
do
our
that?
music.
There it is.
Thank you.
What did we tell you about taking away our music?
Well, Neil's on the ones and twos, and he is an amazing human being. Hello,
Thank you, Neil.
welcome back. We're here to talk about giant robots, specifically robots in disguise. We are looking at Season 4, Episode 8, Get a Clue. Hence the opening song, which I love and has disappeared from my iTunes
by
at
the
some
way,
point.
if this
Oh,
is
I
the
did
official
that.
music video that we are seeing, none of you can
It's
see
the
it.
official music video. This
is
animated thing.
adorable.
Isn't
Yeah.
it great?
It is so cute.
All right, with me tonight I have Alexis the Wrecker Torres.
Hey everybody, you guys can find me all over social media at atorres890.
Megan Lord Megantron Salinas.
Hey guys, I'm Megan. You guys can tweet at me at the Menguin. That's TheMenguin.
And I am Katie Prime Cullen. You can follow me all over the social medias at Kiaxet. That is Kiaxet. For those of you who are watching us live, we do have the YouTube live chat, so feel free to participate. Do the thing, win the stuff. It'll be great. For those of you who are watching live, watching later, listening whenever, we also have our Twitter hashtag ABTVRID. We do check that throughout the week. We do check that before the show, so if you've got fun stuff to say, put it in the hashtag, put it in the live chat. You may well get a shout out. I love it when we go ridiculous like 1940s detective.
It was a cold, dark night.
It was a cold night. It was a dark night. It was a cold, dark night.
And I'm still Renji.
I've been having a little too much fun with Bleach Bridge recently, so
Oh god. Okay.
hence the jokes.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I need to
It's
watch that. I
glorious.
didn't even know they started that. Dang it, I'm so behind.
Oh, it's amazing. Oh, I will send it
I'm still
to you.
trying to catch up with Sword Art. So.
But oh my goodness, guys, at the risk of sounding like a complete nerd for this type of episode,
We're talking about giant robots
robots.
and have been for 3.5 seasons
will
at this
I
point.
be judged if, despite the fact that I got my favorite bot in earlier this season with Blur, would I be judged if I went ahead and said this is like the best episode ever?
I second that motion.
Officially, I'm just gonna put it out there now. Best episode, period.
Oh, Katie has words.
Oh, friend, I'm gonna fight you on that one.
Best episode.
Yay!
After show over. Just best episode.
You can just hit those credits, Neil. We're out.
Hi, everyone. Real short episode, real short show, that's it. But hey,
Oh god.
so we should actually talk about the episode.
Well, am I the only one that feels that strong? I know, Alexis, you're on board.
I'm on board, but also in the middle because I totally understand where Katie's coming from. Where I was like, all right, guys, I think we've beat this dead horse quite a bit. I think we can move on. But at times I was like, no, but it's so good though. So
It was, I don't think it's the best episode ever, but it was cute as hell. It was super cute.
And Alexis is here to go. It was not cute.
Was it though?
It was not cute.
Sorry.
Yeah.
How dare you? How dare you? I'm leaving.
Just like just dip out.
After show over.
Wow.
You wanted to talk about the episode.
Yes.
My apologies. Let's talk about the episode.
Obviously, I'm not just revving at the same frequency you guys are tonight. Wow.
I'm sorry, but like I have such a soft spot in my heart for that, for both cheesy like detective stories, noir detective stories, and parodies of cheesy noir detective stories. And this is kind of everything.
Yeah.
I will say, I do think my favorite moment from this had almost nothing to do with the detective story and had everything to do with the little shoujo anime puppy dog eyes.
Oh yeah, that was pretty freaking
Can I do an
awesome.
investigation, please?
Sure. I think my favorite part was Fix-It trying to figure out the location. So they'd start and they transform and then go back and then transform and then go back. And I was like, whose budget? What was the budget for this episode? Was it just all spent on that one 5-second sequence of just going from car to bot, then car, then to bot again? It was fantastic.
Imagine for that though, because it is 2D style 3D animation, that you have the rigs and you have the transforming animation just ready to go.
Which, by the way, if I could trigger that with the push of a button all day long.
It was just ridiculous.
Transform into a car, transform into a robot. Transform into a car, transform into a robot.
Let's see, now I have to get on the 101. Do I want the car or the robot?
It's just back and forth. I don't know. I just found
it is the 101.
That depends. Do you get to ride on like the robot's shoulders, like piggyback style, or are you in like a cockpit sort of situation?
Who cares?
Very important.
No,
very
that's very important. I have to whiteboard.
We need a pro list and a con list.
Yes, I need my list.
We have enough cons in this series, thank you.
We get 3 in this episode.
Which I called it.
Yes, we do. We have... There we go. I wrote Boost Wing and I nearly read it as Boot Swing. It's not correct. Boost Swing, Jackknab, and Pilfer, which... I love these names.
I did not hear these names, like, at all.
But they're adorable. We'll see. We watch with the subtitles.
You look at the
Oh,
credits.
there it is. I did not see that.
Also stopping the credits to be like, okay, who did what?
No,
Who did the voice? And James Arnold Taylor was in this episode.
Yeah, it was Boost Wing. And also the one human they interrogated, which... Other favorite moment here was my girlfriend and I were sitting in my car doing nothing.
But even when Strongarm was like, "Oh, looks like there was a car that was parked," and I was like, "Go on." I was like, "Go on." Because it was like an abandoned area, and I was like, "Go on."
Use your detective skills, Strongarm. What could have possibly been happening here?
I love it when robots,
Interfacing.
when Transformers just throw, when they just like throw little adult jokes in there, but they're not, like, it doesn't happen all the time. But when they do throw those in there, they're like gems. They're beautiful, shiny gems, and I love it.
And that can be as clean or as dirty as you want. Because, you know, the kids in the audience are going to be sitting there going, that's really weird that they sat in the car doing nothing.
And we're like,
people are weird. And the adults are like,
Or
my.
kids are like, they were clearly like planning a prank or something. Like,
sure, that's exactly what they were doing.
Is that what the kids are calling it now? Man, I'm out of the loop.
Yes, we're all old and out of touch.
Dang it, planning a prank.
Who makes out outside of an armory, though?
This town that has nothing to do, apparently.
I'm not gonna say like,
or an explosives factory rather was the first
no,
one.
that was
Explosives
Fireworks.
Factory.
Oh, no, wasn't it?
Fireworks was the second one. Then an armory. Then the the Fort Knox of Crown City.
I will say, in the defense of these teenagers who may or may not have been making out by this armody,
who were absolutely
we cannot
making out by
confirm or
an armory.
deny that there was coitus happening.
Stop! What? Stop! Ladies, am I the only one that can control myself?
Nope.
Yes.
Lord. All right, so we cannot
Canoodling, that's what I was trying to say. Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry.
You picked the R-rated version of canoodling.
No, that is not the R-rated version.
Anyway, we can neither confirm nor deny that they were making out. But in their defense, I grew up in a military town. Yes, like, obviously, my military town's a lot different. You had to do a lot of things in order to get on the base in the first place. But military town out in the middle of nowhere, I get it. Like, I'm not gonna get up on this kid's case or anything like that. I get it.
But I
I'm
can totally
just
see that.
enjoying Nemesis Prime Productions in chat saying, you got the touch.
Thank you for that beautiful thing I needed in my life. But no, I was
That's the best thing I've heard all night.
but
Surrounded by children.
You love us. But what I was thinking, actually, just to, was that he was like, hey, babe, you know what's really cool? Explosive. I know a way to get into the explosive
And
factory.
she's like, go
on,
on.
tell us the things. You can't do that. Oh, I know a way in, baby. And like, they just find a spot and, they want to talk and do nothing.
Yeah, we're just going to park outside of the explosives factory
And just
because,
hold hands.
all the spots on the cliff that everyone knows about were totally taken.
Yeah, they couldn't find parking. It's
And
like,
plus, I already know that my dad is heading there with a flashlight, so we're just going to preemptively give give him the slip.
Yeah.
Again, we're looking at the innocuous teenage angle. Like, this could have very well gone, like, very Tyler Durden. Like, they could have held hands as a building explodes.
I mean,
Style.
I mean, how romantic, right? No.
You met me at a very interesting time in my life.
See, when I met your mother, there was explosives, not our love, but just
That is a season of How I Met Your Mother that I would watch.
Oh, yeah. Did you
With the
not
giant
watch-
robots in the background that are just never really
Did
part
you
of the
not
narrative,
watch
but
the
they're
season
there.
of How I Met Your Mother where Ted met Optimus Prime?
Oh god, that's the only time I'll allow Michael Bay slow-mo is during a like lovely hand-holding scene, explosions, and then Optimus Prime just like doing a cartwheel or something. You know, just what a great
I
story.
like you emulating a cartwheel.
I can't actually cartwheel, so this is just me pantomiming what I think it would look like.
So
those of
now
you
I
listening
need
on-
that in this series. Like, I need it to happen.
For those of you listening on iTunes, switch it over to YouTube for a hot second. Okay, so this episode.
Isn't that what we're talking about?
Something like that.
With 8,000 tangents.
We took the subplot about the teenagers and just kind of ran with it.
Isn't that the point? Like, we're finally getting back to humans in this show.
I was
And
gonna
I
say,
love Denny and Russell, but they've become
missing.
more side characters than anything else, and I miss that about the
Yeah.
earlier seasons, is they were Johnny on the spot, super involved in everything.
And
Yeah.
it seems like this is, at least so far this season, with the exception of the first episode, the most, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, they've still, like, popped up here and there, and they've definitely, like, gone out to, like, go and talk to people on occasion
Yes.
on behalf of the Transformers. But for the most part, like, Denny was definitely just kind of there to give advice, which, again, it's been great, sagely advice, surprisingly so, this season. You forget that Denny Clay is a very smart man.
Yes.
And that's been pretty much his role most of this season. But yeah, it's kind of nice to see them get back into the thick of it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I also just miss their presence in general. Like, especially like
Yeah.
when Strongarm opened her door and let, you know, like, it was just
Let Russell in, yeah.
like, it
That
was
was
just
fun.
nice to see that, like,
That was
do you need
cute.
some company? And I was like, oh, yes, why are we not doing this anymore? You know?
Like, we need more of that.
I did like when they were posing as the insurance company. It's just like myself and my intern, my 12-year-old intern.
It's like, wow, interns are just starting real young now.
It's been 3.5 seasons, and the general population of the city has not noticed that there are giant robots everywhere.
What
The general
insurance?
population of Crown City is kind of dumb.
Also, what insurance agent goes around wearing
a Hawaiian shirt. Thank you. I was like,
I mean, there's
it
nothing
just at
wrong
home?
with Casual Friday. Maybe he was like, it's Casual Friday, and you called me out of the office. This is a last minute thing.
also, can we talk about our Fort Knox of how it blew up, and then, you know, Strongarm comes in, starts talking to them. Sure, we've used this trope quite a bit, but like, it was like 5 seconds where they like walked off screen or ran off screen, and then she transformed, and I was like, what if someone was like, oh, my hat, like, you know, oh, my phone, like, you never know, and then we'd be like, oh, look, a giant robot. Snap. And then no, nobody thought about that. Just me. Okay.
I really do feel like we have this fan club in the corner somewhere that is
need it.
just like cataloging all of these and going, yeah, but there were claw marks on this, and yeah, this was ripped open by brute force. That's not something you get from a machine. Guys, I think it was another evil bot heist. We're not calling them evil bots. We voted on it. Yeah, but bad bots is stupid.
Oh gosh, what would they call the Decepticons? I
don't know.
Oh, that I like bad bots actually. They're
I
kind
know,
of
right?
precious.
Like, they
Yeah.
have good bots and bad bots because they haven't figured it out yet.
Oh, I like that.
Maybe it's not fair to call them bad. Well, we can't just call them the morally ambiguous bots. That makes no sense.
Plus, for the most part, they've been the ones blowing things up, right?
Especially like this episode, we had 3 different major explosions and like no response to them or like at all.
At one point, when there was an explosion at the military facility and like we saw 3 people running away, I was just like, goodness, I hope there was no one in there.
Every time there's an explosion.
The night shift.
Oh god, I don't know. Every time that happens, I'm just like, no, nobody. There has to be security or something.
This isn't like the old school ocean dub of Dragon Ball Z where it's like, oh, thank goodness that building was abandoned.
That's what I need.
Thank goodness we blew up that section of the city that no one happened to be in.
Well, I mean,
I can see the parachutes. They're okay.
Wow. Wow.
We've had a few things over past seasons. Like at one point, there was an episode in a dam, and they straight up said, "We don't need to worry about humans. It's automated.
Yeah.
There's only maintenance on occasion, and they're not there."
Yeah.
So we've had that a couple times. Like the museum is closed. This place is automated. This place is abandoned. This place is in the middle of nowhere, and the only person nearby is a crazy guy in an RV.
Oh, I miss that guy.
Or the occasional asleep security guard.
Or making out teenagers. Nemesis in the chat said,
teenagers who were doing nothing.
sorry, yes.
They were holding hands.
They were just hanging out, just chatting about life. Nemesis in the chat calls them the meanie bots.
Meanie bot.
Neener. I like it.
That's what I want. Like in the hashtag or the comments or something. Like your best fan club names for the bots and the cons. What would humans who don't know anything about them except for what they've seen and seen get covered up call them?
Oh man, I could just imagine that one person who's like really into like westerns or something. It's like the Desperado bots or something like really silly, and they'd be like, "Carl, get out!" They're like, what? It'd be kind of cool. The cow bots and the Desperado
You picked Carl.
bots.
I was gonna go with Lenny.
Yeah, it's either Carl, Gregory, or Trevor. Those are my 3 names.
See, I just go with Bob, Joe, and Fred.
No, I like it. Sweet, short, and simple.
Yeah,
I'm all
and
about it.
hilariously overused when it comes to me and my hypothetical conversations.
But I like meanie bots though. I'm down for
Meanie
that.
Bots is kind of adorable.
I love it.
It's kind of precious.
Yeah.
I want this fan club now.
Yes.
Anyway, the basis of this episode, now that we're getting back to basics, is Strong Arm missing the academy because she's still a cadet. Like, we basically grabbed a high schooler and went to another planet.
And I
high
gotta say,
schoolers.
this is so relatable because she's worried about, falling behind in her studies and is, like, this took me right back because she's picking her classes, essentially, her online classes to do while she is on her internship, I guess.
Yeah.
But, like, I love this as a framework for the episode because it's a way for her to explore another aspect of her personality and develop her character without it being an introspective, like, overly self-critical, like, I'm going to be my own worst enemy because I'm the one getting in my way. We've had plenty of the insecure storyline from Sideswipe this time around, so it's nice that when going over to another character, it's not about her being upset that she didn't get 100% on Fixit's arbitrary test.
Right.
It's her thinking about her future, thinking about school, and kind of using the detective framework as a way to just sort of puzzle through this one case and see if, like, this is an avenue she wants to take for her future. And I find that really gratifying from a character perspective because she's not sitting here tearing herself down the entire episode.
Yes.
And because even in her fight sequences this entire episode, I noticed how they didn't really, most of the time when we see a hero fighting on their own, they usually get beat up quite a bit.
Yeah.
She only got tossed around really like a couple of times, but most of the time she was handling business on her own. 2 people. I mean, as a person in martial arts, it's like, you need to keep an eye on both people that you're going to be fighting. So you standing there being all proud, not a good idea. But doesn't matter.
Can we talk about how creepy it was? Like, we're going to take her eyes out and present them as a trophy. I'm like, I know you're crows, but that's
really
up.
creepy. Yeah, it brought me back to the days of that. I don't know if anybody else has seen this movie. We're Back with the circus.
Oh,
And how the crow used to
the
take
murder of crows.
the murder-
Spoiler
the literal
alert.
murder
He
of
kills the
crows.
bad guy at the
And takes
end.
his screw
And the
eye.
only thing that's left is the thing that he has in
And
place of his eye.
It was a
Yeah.
screw, I think, because they called him Professor Screw Eyes, so it was like an actual screw, which I thought was really
That
weird.
movie was messed up.
It was messed up, but that movie was awesome.
Don Bluth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there
Was
you go.
it Don Bluth?
Yeah.
That movie was messed up. Don Bluth.
Yeah.
Suddenly everything makes sense.
Yeah,
I
so-
know, right?
Yeah, but yeah, that's what it reminded me of. I mean, I also love that we didn't get any like crow sounds this entire episode. We got like a
We
hawk.
got a little bit, and this wasn't our first Crow Decepticon.
You
No.
actually
had-
called it very early on.
because shiny, because we had that. God, that's the first time the series kind of passed the Bechdel test when we had that Crow Decepticon way back in season 1, all voiced by the same person.
Yep.
Constance Zimmer, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked that the cons in this one were different than what we've seen. We got to have a murder of crows, and I liked too that they were articulate and they were smart. They had they were coordinated in their efforts. I really liked that because, as we've brought up on other after shows, crows are smart. Do not cross them.
Yeah, I always thought it was weird.
Ravens are a lot smarter than crows. I actually sat down and did my research for this, believe it or not.
Yeah, and that's why ravens are
but
one of my favorite
crows are
birds.
also still pretty dang smart.
Yeah.
Like, they're not dumb.
That's why I found it interesting that everyone's like, oh, crowbots they're just dumb. And I was like, is that true? Like,
they're not smart enough to fit my profile. Okay, it's
like,
real easy to be distracted by shiny things to the detriment of one's own well-being. Like, that is a crow thing to do, but
yeah.
Okay.
Heck, that's a human thing to do.
I know. I do it
Corvids.
all the time. That's like my daily 2:00 on Tuesdays. That's like, oh, shiny thing, and then I get distracted.
I liked seeing them as intelligent foes,
Yes.
and not only that, but having more. I also like plot lines where it turns out, surprise, there's more than one when it comes to mysterious criminals.
Yes.
Well, as soon as they were like, no,
they're color
teleporters leave
coordinated.
trackable particles. I'm like, oh, do they really? We have teleporters in this one? Okay.
Ground bridges.
Like,
yeah.
yeah, but ground bridges and teleporters, I feel like, are two different things.
It's Transformers pseudoscience.
Yeah, it really
yeah,
is.
just let it go.
Hashtag Transformer science.
I love it.
But you were saying I loved how I love the color schemes on these guys too. They looked really cool.
I mean, even including our crowbot from season 1, who was a completely different color from the 3 that we had this time. Like, it was just really cool to see that. And also, I found it very interesting that certain ones had a more of a, I don't think bird accent is correct, but you know what I mean. Like, it was more
Like,
screechy.
Sounded more like bird.
Yeah, more like a parrot. You
more
know?
articulate than others.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I was like, maybe there's like a certain status of like, maybe this one's been educated and this one's like kind of still in its like primal state, like that kind of thing, you know?
Well, Boostwing, we got his rap sheet. He was the mastermind of more
Yes.
than one heist.
Yes.
So, obviously, he's smart.
He is the brains of the operation.
Yeah, so it was just really cool to see how it kind of jumped from different crowbot and seeing like where they were at in life, I guess.
Well, again, just different aspects of their personality.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
Well, and I like that we got a couple different lessons in here. One of them being sometimes the simple answer is the correct one,
Yes,
and
a
one of them
razor.
and one of them being if it doesn't make sense, keep working at it.
Yep. Which I think are 2 lessons that as adults.
Go Big Hero 6 and look at it from a new angle.
Yeah, they do that all the time now. But I love that kids can take away from that, and we use that all the time with our problem-solving skills as adults.
Well, and how many? I mean, we were all kids who I imagine grew up with like Scooby-Doo and things like like Harriet the Spy and Ghost Rider and other shows like that. Like, maybe I'm not keeping up, but like ever since Gravity Falls ended, have there been really any mystery shows for kids out there?
I would imagine that there are, but they haven't come across my radar.
Yeah,
Gravity
same.
Falls is the only one I can think of in recent memory besides Mystery Inc., which also ended several years ago.
Well, I mean, Steven Universe does have a lot that we don't know yet, but it doesn't tout itself as a mystery show.
Yeah, or it's been disguised in a certain way. I felt like even Total Spies, even though it was more of a spy show, there was mysteries involved and you had to solve a case. So like that was that. I mean, we were old enough at that point in time when Total Spies came out, but I feel like that for that generation, that was what that was.
I just feel like right now there aren't a whole lot of cartoons like that for kids. And so, like, anytime I get to see a detective story, I'm like, aw.
Yeah.
I remember when this used to be, like, every cartoon that was on.
It was pretty much like a running theme for a long time.
I mean, Hanna-Barbera for, like, several, I want to say for several decades, did nothing
Rode that train.
pretty hard. Nemesis said Steven Universe, question mark? Does that count?
What about the
We
Jabba Johns
did
and
bring that
Josie
up again. It
Pussycats?
doesn't really tout itself as a mystery
Yeah,
series.
see, it's like
there's a
disguised.
lot that we don't know, but it's not like there's a mystery and we're gonna solve it.
Sometimes
a
you just
mystery
want to
hut.
hop. Sometimes you just want to hop into your mystery van, hang out with the band, and solve a mystery.
Oh, that's nice. But yeah, I think that's interesting. I didn't even think about that until you brought that up. Also, the fact that like I used the word sleuth today, and someone's like, meh. I was like, oh god, like this was like a 12-year-old. Like this kid doesn't know anything about what the hell that means. But
Every kid should know what a sleuth is.
yeah, I mean, I told him like it's a detective, spy, you know, that whole thing. He's like, oh, okay.
Although we should probably point out that even though this is a detective story, like we basically did have a very similar plot. Like we're going to talk about the elephant in the room. We had a very similar plot line in Rescue Bots. We had an entire episode where Chase was trying the noir detective thing. Even had a detective one-size-fits-all hat.
I love it.
He got it from the internet.
To himself.
I feel like that was the same device, but a different direction.
Yeah,
Yes.
and of course they went in a completely different direction with it because he went undercover.
Yes, he did.
Without telling anybody. Which not
Don't ever
super
do that.
Don't do
Great
that.
plan.
Don't ever do that.
Yeah.
Chase is a method actor. But I like that.
But I will trust Chase over what's his face playing a terrible Joker.
Well, again,
Him.
Jared Leto.
Yeah.
If you're gonna call him out by his name. But
I repressed it.
No, I'm
because
proud of
he's
you.
such a terrible Joker.
I'm proud of you.
We've discussed before how much we would love to have a conversation between Strong Arm and Chase, and now they even have like an icebreaker, like raise your hand if you've ever played detective. Go! All right, you two, go discuss the case. But I like that they
She
went
spent
into
the whole time doing a New York accent.
She did.
Like, oh my god, I have to have the mannerisms, or I don't think like a detective. Like,
I was like,
I was talking about
that's-
method actors.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, that's logic. Sure, go
She's
for
like,
it.
I gotta do it to stay in character.
Oh my god, it was adorable.
And I love Sideswipe
Land
making. I love Sideswipe making fun of her, and then her calling him rookie, and him turning around. She's calling me names.
I was like,
And B just kind of like,
Can you tone it down? No, can do. Sorry.
I guess we will continue. I just love the bee shrug for the entire episode was so ridiculous. Just like,
kids.
The Gabriel Reyes shrug.
Yeah,
Do
just
we
like-
care?
such a dad thing to do. Dad, just calling me names. I don't care.
Ask your mother.
Ask your mother.
Tell your mother.
I have no say.
Whenever my mom like just did not care about like about like me complaining about my brother, she always said, "Thank you for telling me."
Yeah, that was it.
I know,
Like,
right?
I'll be sure to note that down.
Yeah, she's just like, right? Just move on.
Thanks for letting me know. Shrug.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
I
just.
feel like the Kanye shrug is a well-honed parenting technique.
But it's funny too because it's not like mean-spirited on
No,
Strong
no,
Arm's
no.
part either. And this is again something I really like is that with this sort of character that she's playing, she gets this confidence boost. But again, it's not like in the overly arrogant way where we see her and Sideswipe just constantly bickering about who's right, because that's something that we've seen time and time again. Is they both get big heads and they both are trying to one up each other because they both think they're in the right. We don't see that at all here. She is genuinely trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And I love that little bit with Drift encouraging her. She's like, well, he's not here. Well, his techniques are here via his student.
And I was like, yes, Drift. And I also love when like
You're a
Sideswipe.
good parent.
Oh. And like I love that when Sideswipe was like, and I love that Grim was like, I'm sorry, you want to come? What? You want to say that one more time? And I was like,
Like even the subtitles, like
Yeah.
it was
Like,
indistinct,
it was like
indistinct mumbling.
Yeah.
I love that. I was just like, oh,
Well,
you're a
at one
dork.
point, who did she call partner? Was that Sideswipe? Am I
No, she called
remembering-
Russell.
Russell
Yeah.
partner. That was
Yeah.
that was fantastic.
Yeah, I love that.
We have Green Decepticon saying, how many types of Decepticons are there? A lot.
Oh my god.
Insecticons, Sharkticons, they just keep
When
coming up with them.
when we
Viacons.
introduced the notion of animal bots, it like kind of all bets were off. All bets
You're
were
gonna
off.
have to actually use the internet for that one because there's
Sorry,
a
guys.
list.
Constructicons, combiners.
Oh, speaking of combining, Fix-It was
Yeah.
trying to figure that out, and I was like, oh, that's awkward.
Does anybody else feel like not at all comfortable with a colander?
on.
Yeah, I was like, what are we doing? Fix It, you've been watching too many TV shows.
It's actually funny talking about like plot threads we've seen before. When those two bots got stuck together for a moment, I was like, oh,
We're doing this
no.
too?
I
We're
thought
doing
this was
this
gonna
again?
happen.
And then it didn't happen. I was like, oh,
Thank God.
oh, I guess that was just a bit. Okay.
We're gonna fix it off screen. We're gonna fix it off screen. I
I
did that without even realizing it, but I will take the
I was
credit.
hoping that she was like, I didn't mean it. It wasn't on purpose.
It wasn't on purpose, but I'll take it.
Dang it. But yeah, I found
Oh,
it
please,
very
it's me.
interesting that Fix It was very just he wasn't like super involved, but I love that he just had his little moments in between and him trying to actively figure out why they combined, even though we can only use 2 of the bots at the time.
But I don't want to beat the legs again. Well, you have legs and a sword. We're not going anywhere.
It's just one of those things where it's like if you're just catching this episode on Saturday and you haven't been watching, you're like, what's this combiner stuff they're talking about?
Yeah.
It's almost like the season is subtitled Combiner Force.
What?
Bless you both for being on cue.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That sounds like a mystery to me.
All right, do we have anything that we didn't cover? Anything else we want to talk about?
Just again, I know you guys you brought it up already, but the shoujo eyes, just the one
So
shoujo
good!
eyes.
They went for it.
They did.
love it.
I think it was the writer who did Windblade, Windblade's episode, Margaret, I believe so.
I talked with her and she said she wasn't writing on this season.
No, but I just remember that when Windblade came onto the scene and she put out a gif of like something that I've done has become a magical girl transformation sequence. This is very much what I was kind of thinking of. Just whoever wrote this episode clearly wrote, and she has big, giant, shiny anime eyes. That's very important that you animate it this way.
It's like highlighted, asterisks, underlines.
And we brought up the animation in the last episode in terms of how fluid it was.
It's nice.
The expression that she gives in this moment, it was so beautiful and just so sweet and so cute.
It's just like one of my Japanese animes. Like, that's what I wanted.
And then just turning to look at the camera and the immediate black and white, the grayscale wipe.
Especially, and
that
the zooms.
transition was perfect.
I loved it.
I
Really
didn't
good
catch the
camera
name of
work.
the director of this episode, but spot on camera work this season.
Every single time that she
Who
got...
is the DP? Who is the DP/storyboarder in this season? Because they are knocking it out of the park.
Because it was
Can you
so...
pronounce that last name? I'm scared to take a try.
Director
Yeah.
Hewick? I don't know. I think I'm mispronouncing that, but
Probably.
Director Vinton, and the last name is spelled Heuck.
I would say Hewick in my head.
Hewick,
maybe? I don't know.
Maybe.
But I loved that, especially when she would go in and out of her, I call it the sleuth moments, but like her detective moments when like it would go from color and then just right into that grayscale, but it like got up right in her face, and I was like,
Can
excited.
I share something real embarrassing with the panel? That I think the reason why I take a shine to episodes like this and to
I see what you did there.
no, actually, again, not at all intentional.
Dang it!
Which also we could have started with Shiny of all
Oh,
songs.
from Moana?
We could have done with
that's
that.
a good point.
But,
It's okay.
like,
It's
I'm
all
gonna share
right.
something real embarrassing. When I was in high school, I wrote a script for a short film where the main character definitely did go into detective mode, black and white, talking to themselves and narrating everything. So I have a soft spot for this sort of nonsense.
But I'm glad you brought this up, because there was one time where we were doing
And
some
you
like...
guys aren't gonna tell anybody, right?
No. This is a
Of course
safe
not.
place. Everything stays here also.
And also the internet. Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
You guys have got my back, right? You're not gonna say anything?
But I'm glad that you brought that up, because we were doing some sort of like senior project or something for like homecoming or whatever, and we are trying to do different eras, and they had me be that woman, the mysterious woman who walks in.
Ooh, you were the femme fatale.
I was.
Oh,
They're like,
girl.
and then she walked into my door, and then I was supposed to like trip on a table or something. It was like super non-graceful. I'm like, I have a mystery for you.
I have a proposition for you,
Yeah,
detective.
something like that. It was like really silly, because we were all like 14.
Are
Didn't know
you
what we were
okay?
doing.
You bruised your face pretty hard there.
Yeah, it was like one of those, like, you could see me coming in and then just like I like stand up and then I fall over and then get back up and
Yeah, I want to say I was like 14, 15.
Yeah, 14 I think, or 15 years old when that happened. Good times. Sorry.
I don't have a memory.
Not one?
None.
No memories at all? That's bad.
Who am I? How did I get here?
What year is it? Well, it sounds like there's a mystery that needs solving.
2015. We still have a chance.
No.
Got a little real there.
A little bit, just a bit.
Yeah. So
You're not a time traveler.
Where
you
is
don't
she?
know that.
Dun, dun, dun.
I think we've gotten off the rails. So
A little
we
bit.
don't have anything
Sorry.
else to touch on. We actually have news and gossip. Holy cow! Before we swing into that, I am going to talk a little bit about iTunes, as usual. Thank you so much to everyone who has rated and commented and reviewed and done all of that wonderful stuff. You know we adore it. You know it keeps us on the air. You know that it helps other people find us. If you want to do the thing, go to iTunes, rate us 5 stars, leave us a comment. You get a shout out on the show, and life is good. Do the thing when the stuff is great. Yes.
Oh, was I supposed to be pulling up iTunes?
I already did. There's nothing new.
Oh, okay.
God.
I'm on it.
Sorry, I got distracted by the live
yeah.
chat. This is why I'm not allowed to look at
I put it in the middle
Yeah.
for a reason, and I realized that was a mistake. But they were talking about her secret.
Timothy says, with the police response time in Crown City, clearly the insurance guys would show up before the cops.
I love it because they were in a cop car. I don't understand.
You're asking this to make sense.
Also,
I want to
actually,
try.
the Hawaiian shirt actually, in retrospect, doesn't seem out of place because if that's the norm, and again, if this city is under constant attack from giant robots,
Or constant unexplained disasters.
then yeah, of course the insurance agents are gonna be like, "Hey guys, it's tough out there. Wear whatever you want. We don't care. As long as you're getting the job done, you do you. You do you.
Yeah,
You
wear
take
what
care
you
of
want to
you."
wear. Okay, it's your day.
as long as it's clean. All right, we do have some news and gossip,
Woo.
which is
AfterBuzz TV News.
don't get that often
We don't
on
get
the
that
show.
often, no.
Tangentially related, but people have been telling me for weeks that there are going to be more seasons of Rescue Bots, and I have been asking for a link, and you know, pictures or it didn't happen. Well, Deveror on Twitter sent a link!
Yay!
Yay! You win! Evidently, they're doing a new show called Rescue Bots Academy. It is being taken to a different animation studio.
Interesting.
So we'll see how this goes down. Further developments as events warrant, I suppose. But
so-
that also makes sense as to why they are keeping Rescue Bots characters, or at least one of them current in
It
this show.
definitely also makes sense given all of the Rescue Bot mentions we've been getting. I was initially thinking like, oh, cool, this means we're going to have a crossover. No, not at all. They've just got more properties coming on down the way. So I'm amending my previous prediction about a crossover.
Which makes me sad because I really wanted a crossover.
I
but
It's
me
still on
too.
my wish list. A
Yeah.
double team crossover, like
But-
an hour long. Just give it
Yeah.
to me.
Well, oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, but I am excited that we're getting a new show. I didn't get to read the article right off the bat, but I was
The
assuming
article
that
is more about the studio itself and that they're opening a second studio space in Dublin.
Oh, cool.
There is a mention. I'm sure there are other mentions in other places.
So do we know
have
that
more
our
details.
entire crew is gonna be back for that Rescue Bots crew, or is it a whole different
I don't
group of bots?
know.
I don't know.
Huh.
I would actually assume not, because DC Douglas put out a tweet with another article, which I did not
haven't read it yet,
I
yeah.
will be honest, I have not read the article. But he said in the tweet, "My time as Chase has come to an end." That doesn't necessarily mean that again, I didn't read the article, that Chase isn't going to be in future seasons, but that he's no longer voicing the character.
Oh, boy.
So I'm going to go off on a limb and just assume that at least more than one character isn't coming back for these future shows. And I'm disappointed because, as we mentioned earlier, Chase is adorable.
He is.
And makes
Chase
one
is
heck
my
of a
fave.
detective.
Chase is my fave.
Yeah.
If we're
have a
not
bias.
counting Blur Blades, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
He's so adorable.
I love him.
So precious.
So that's our news and,
And
gossip.
sassy.
I know.
Tangentially related. We good. And so let's.
yeah.
Yep.
No, just
okay.
like I don't. This is I have mixed feelings. Is how I'm
Yes.
going to qualify that.
Well, let's wander into predictions then.
Yeah. Let Joe.
And now,
There's a ghost in the studio.
And I'm out. I don't do ghosts. I'll do giant robots. I'll do giant robot lions.
It's just
no
a,
ghost.
It's just a guy in a
shows that I
ghost pirate
miss.
costume. It's
Oh,
fine.
okay, fine.
It's Old Man Jenkins.
Oh man, chicken.
It's always Old Man Jenkins. That's my prediction. It's Old Man
I
Jenkins.
knew it.
Motormaster is secretly Old Man Jenkins.
Old Man Jenkins, and I would have gotten away with it too if it hadn't been for you meddling bots.
Curse
And
you,
your
Travis
dinosaurs.
Willingham. Curse you, Travis Willingham.
Sorry, actual predictions.
That was my
That
actual
was- I was
prediction.
I was on top of that.
I don't have anything for the immediate. I mean, I guess the wiki has been updated with new episodes that have not aired yet, and I'm staying away from those because spoilers. I accidentally clicked on a wrong one, so I have some idea, but that's my own darn fault.
I know how that goes. It's fine.
Yep, happens to me all the time.
Yep. These things do happen.
So
things
short-range
do happen.
short-range predictions, not so much. Long-range predictions, I'm still very much hoping for a Motormaster Soundwave team-up and a Curse Your Sudden But Inevitable Betrayal.
Fight!
Really bringing in that Firefly term in there. That's nice because it was shiny.
Yeah, it
but
was.
shiny. But no, I feel like I don't know if we'll actually get any progress, I guess, on combining in the next like 5 episodes or anything like that. But I would hope that we would at least get what we got in this episode. We get like tiny tidbits, like just tiny tasks.
We're working on it.
I know what I want.
do you want?
I know what I want when
What do
it
you
comes
want?
to the combiner stuff.
Oh, boy.
So you remember that episode of Neon Genesis Evangelion where the
Where are we going?
No, I have repressed all of them. Please
where
continue.
Asuka and Shinji had to be in sync, so they had to learn a dance battle routine.
I
my
thought that was
God.
where you were going.
Oh my
I
god.
thought that was where you were
Megan,
going.
why?
I want the bots to dance like they want to win.
They need to be drift compatible.
Finale. There you go.
Oh, they need to be drift compatible.
But Tish,
Terrible, but maybe the finale. I don't know. Dance battle it out.
we're all just loopy tonight, aren't we?
Absolutely.
It's a Tuesday.
It is a Tuesday. So yeah,
I feel like they're gonna get the hang of the combiner thing before we hit the season finale, because the season finale is when they're going to have to actually
You don't
use
think it's
it.
going to be like Luck, where it's like, we're going to use our willpower and our determination to fight evil to get this together?
they've
The
had
only time you win a climactic battle by luck is literally when you go Super Saiyan.
Yeah, so that's what I thought that's what it was.
I would feel like it would be a little bit of a short change for the audience
Sure.
if they happen to win this season just by luck.
Yeah.
And if we call it combiner, and we don't have combiners until the last couple episodes, like...
Shows have done me wrong before.
And I'm aware, but this show is a lot better at that
In
little
all
thing than
fairness,
others.
if you are going to take on Soundwave, God, luck, something needs to be with you if you are going to survive that. Sweet Solus Prime,
We still
help me
have
through this.
we still have Optimus Prime in the opening credits. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
'cause
not out of commission.
I was going to ask about that today because I keep looking at the opening credits going, is Daddy Prime coming back? What are we doing?
Busy
Drift doesn't get
metaphorically-
his name in the opening credits, but Optimus Prime does.
Someone
And
sounds
he's
like
a
they're a little
cameo at
bitter.
best.
just over there on that side of the table.
Sounds
a
like
little
they're
bitter
a
over there.
smidgen bitter about that. Just a,
What's
just
that?
a
I
smidgen.
have favorites.
I think I'm gonna need more water because I think it's just getting a little salty.
Get a little salty, just a smidgen. Like I
Pull a
said, I
Jesus
can't.
and turn this water into wine. I need something to drink.
Yes, please. Like I said, I can't complain. I got so much of what
This
I wanted.
episode was for you.
It was.
It was just
I
for
am
you.
getting spoiled. It's like the writers knew that other shows were going to upset me wholeheartedly, and they said Megan needs something happy, or she will just cry herself to sleep every night from all of the other shows she's watching.
We come home from Attack on Titan and watch Robots in Disguise.
Oh, what a great palate
That's how we live our lives.
That's so nice.
The combination of the after show and robots is like my therapy.
No, it's
Attack on Titan.
I don't blame you. That sounds fantastic. I usually just watch a lot of
So
ghost stories.
I'm just gonna say, keep it up, guys. Keep giving me all the things I want.
Please and thank you.
Yeah, no, this
All
shows
right. I think that's about all we have time for
Yeah,
this
no,
week.
it's fine.
No, we're
No,
right
that
up to
was
the
great.
mark. We are good to go. So until next week, Alexis, where can the people find you?
You guys can find me all over the internet and interwebs at atorres890. I am on a few after shows right now on AfterBuzz TV. I am doing Sensates on Mondays. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, friend.
And but obviously I have Attack on Titan with these beautiful ladies. Tuesday
Yeah.
nights I've also have this. And then on Sundays I just got added to Winona Earp in the afternoon, and then Popcorn Talk Jedi Alliance. Definitely check out all that
Ooh.
stuff. And also there should be some more things that might be coming up in the next few weeks. So stay tuned to that.
I'm Megan. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Menguin. That's TheMenguin. I am also on a bunch of shows with AfterBuzz TV with these lovely ladies mostly, and I write articles for the Movie Chick. That's Chick with 2Ks. Be sure to check those out. Be sure to also check out the latest episode of the Shadow Radio recreation where I do the voice of Margot Lane.
Yay!
And I'm Katie Cullen. You can follow me all over the social medias and on YouTube at Kiaxet. That is Kiaxet. If you like seeing me / us react to things, that is where those videos live. I'm on this, obviously. I'm losing my mind. Turn starts next
There it is.
week.
It does. I'm so excited.
And that's going to be right after this show. So, same bat time, same bat channel. Stay tuned.
We'll have special guests for that last
Ooh.
episode.
We also have Attack on Titan on Mondays. Red vs. Blue is every 4 weeks on Thursdays. And for those of you wondering, yes, we are working on scheduling a Camp after show. We are doing the thing. Also, I am a regular on Geek and Sundry's Gather Your Party on Friday nights. That is twitch.tv/Geek and Sundry. I'm there. It's great. It's super fun. Y'all should come. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Shiny.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.